Spring has finally arrived and everyone's busy on the flowering currant bush. It's time to check on the bees. Some people opened their hives weeks ago, but I could never see the point of this, so I always wait until the first mild spell in April. The mouse guards come off first. Some colonies have overwintered in just one box, most in 2 boxes and a few in 3 or more boxes. This depends on the size of the colony last autumn. The single box ones are the easiest and fastest to deal with. My aim is to quickly check for 2 things. Do they have healthy brood? And do they have enough space? Flipping through the frames quickly confirms that this colony is fine. There's brood of all stages and no sign of disease, so they're just about to take off. The queen is generally easy to spot in a single box hive. I mark her with a blob of paint. This will make finding her much easier later on when the hive will be much bigger. I don't need to check through any more frames. I've seen enough. These bees could use some more space, so I give them another box on top and then close them up again quickly. Total inspection time maybe 4 minutes or so. The last job is to start a new record card so I can record what happens to these bees through the season. It was only while editing this video that I realized I had managed to write the wrong date on all the hives I did that day. Of course, it should have read 7th of the 4th. And on to the next. Disturbing a hive is dangerous and upsetting for the bees, so I go carefully but quickly through them, marking all the queens I see, but not searching too long for them. 5 minutes a hive should be plenty for these small hives. Perhaps I should have dusted off my little marking cage. It hasn't been used for months, of course. Make sure the queen is on an empty comb or stores when you trap her. You don't want to damage any brood with those spikes. There's plenty of food left in all the hives from last year, as usual, even though I never feed them sugar. I just leave them plenty of their own honey. The hives that already have 2 boxes take a little longer. After checking for those 2 things, the healthy brood and how much room they have, I add another empty box, but this time in between the 2 existing ones. This will instantly give the bees more space for their brood nest without them having to move kilos of honey out of the way first. Of course, there are no queen excluders involved in any of my hives, so the queen is always free to go wherever she wants. The bigger hives get more or less the same treatment, though I make sure the box with the oldest combs in it is put on the top of the stack. I ran out of camera battery at this stage, but you know what it looks like anyway. So that's all I need to do for now. I can leave the bees alone again for 3 weeks or more, depending on the weather. They know exactly what to do, of course, and I try to let them get on with it with minimum interference from clumsy old me. Soon it will be swarming season again, and things will get very busy around here. But at least I know that these bees are fine, and now I just have to get around to all the other apiaries.